Jake and Rebecca were in court earlier today, and now both have been officially charged with murder and for making a false police report. And I am so glad that they slapped that charge on them as well. I know that it's not really anything compared to their other charge, but let's not forget how we got here. We got here because they made this fake crazy story about Emmanuel being kidnapped from the Big Five. And part of me wonders if Jake and Rebecca would have gotten away with this if they didn't draw as much attention to themselves as they did. Because they got the entire world's attention by going on the news and doing that fake huffing and puffing that Rebecca was doing. I bet you they regret doing that now. Because, man, if it wasn't for that, I don't know. I don't think they would be behind the bars right now, and I don't know how this story would have played out. But the most interesting thing that happened at court today did not happen inside the court. It happened outside the court. Because on the Tira revealed that now Costco employees have come forward claiming that they saw Jake, Rebecca, and Emmanuel on the 10th at Costco. Now, if this is true, this changes everything, because up until now, I assumed that Emmanuel had most likely been gone for a while. And it looks like law enforcement thinks that he could have been gone as far back as the 5th. So this is a big, big deal in the Emmanuel Haro case, because the question that has been on everyone's mind is, when was the last time that child was seen alive? Now, we know that Rebecca had that black eye as far back as August 3rd. I always assumed that the black eye was most likely tied to whatever happened to Emmanuel. I thought that it most likely happened around the same time. If this is true, then that's no longer the case, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, this is a big deal. This changes everything. I'll explain further in just a moment. First, I want to go ahead and show you a clip of some of what was said today. But before I roll that clip, if you guys enjoy the channel, if you support the channel, consider supporting the channel in one of many free ways. You could hit the like button, subscribe, share the video on social media so other people can see it. And if you want to take your support one step further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. Always greatly appreciated, but never mandatory. Now, with that being said, let's roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Courtroom, and it was I.
Now, like I was saying earlier, folks, this changes everything, not just for me, but for a lot of people, because I think that most people, the majority of people at least, assumed or at least thought that something happened to Emmanuel a while back. No one was thinking that, oh, something happened to Emmanuel on that very day that she came up with that fake story. And from the looks of things, law enforcement thinks that things could have happened as far back as August 5th. So, this does change a lot if this is true. If Emmanuel was spotted alive. And the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that news was the rumors that we heard about August 12th. Because a source came forward, remember I reported this, claiming that they saw Rebecca at midnight on August 12th walking around with a black baby stroller near a construction site. Now, I, told you guys about that. I put out a couple of updates about that. But for me, I was always skeptical about that date because I was assuming that, whatever happened to Emmanuel most likely happened before August 3rd or August 5th when we, know that Rebecca was out donating baby clothes, selling coins, and just acting weird, and she already had the black eyes back then. And we know that there was a funeral in the family, and Emmanuel wasn't there, and family members were asking about Emmanuel. So I assumed that something happened to him, further back than the 10th, for sure. So when I heard that, she was walking around with the baby stroller at midnight on the 12th, of course I thought, hey, anything is possible. But I was thinking that, if they got rid of Emmanuel, they probably didn't hold on to Emmanuel that long. They would have got rid of him sooner. But, this kind of adds up with that 12th date of her looking around for somewhere to dump Emmanuel, if that is true. So him being spotted alive on the 10th, it really changes how a lot of people are going to look at this case, including law enforcement as well. So I'm really interested to see if we will get any further confirmation that the sighting actually did happen and it actually was Emmanuel with Rebecca and Jake. Because remember, and I keep telling people this because it was believed that Jake and Rebecca were spotted with Emmanuel somewhere else about a week or so prior to the alleged Costco sighting. I keep reminding people that Jake and Rebecca got all types of kids around them. Okay, kids that we don't even know of yet. So there's a possibility that you may see Jake and you may see Rebecca and there may be some kids in tow. And you may think that it was Emmanuel, but it was someone else. Who knows? So that's always possible as well. But I'm going to keep my eye on this situation. You guys know that I'm going to keep you updated. So keep your notifications on. Subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.